Supporting the West Battlers, West Leagues, West Media, First Watch Finest, my nigga Bumpy Barz, you already know, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, run this channel up, start playing niggas on the scene, pulling up in the building, you know what I'm saying? Ain't just one of them bloggers that's talking behind the camera, nigga pulling up in the flesh and the physical and fucking with niggas, you know what I'm saying? Giving his opinions and standing on them, man. That's what make this shit so dope, man, you know what I mean?
Fire,
so
dog.
Let's get it, man. You know what the fuck going on. It's your boy GEECHI got him, man. Studioing, you know what I'm saying? We right here live in the middle of Compton, man. This ain't no faking, no fuck.
What?
None of that, man. You know what the fuck going on.
Try to keep up like that, and I think that's what made the fight for it that much dope, because you start seeing at the end of the year people start making position and people start trying to get certain battles. I think, you know what I mean, that was another reason me taking Dre Dennis, like, hold on, man, I ain't on volume, man, what the fuck going on? Let me get one more little something in this motherfucker just to throw a wrench in the game, you know, like we you know what I mean? I think the ones who felt like they was in the running was still trying to, you know, put positioning in there to try to get a chance to win that shit, man. That shit made it a dope fight.
And I'm going to keep it a buck. The only thing that I feel could have possibly, after you being Lux, the only thing I feel like could have possibly made Easy win it was if you and him would have battled on value before the year was up. You feel me? That's the only way. And then he would have won convincingly, you feel me? To where it was like, all right, now we can talk about it because of the Mook battle not happening. And last thing, yo, J Black, get next to me, man. I need to be on that panel next year. I got money. I got a suit. What we got to do?
Nigga say he got money in his suit.
Bills, man. Follow Bills, y'all.
Mills call it down the middle, though. Mills would be a dope panelist for real, for real. I fuck with Mills' assessments, man.
Word.
Yeah, like a lot of this was.
But all y'all do though as well, man. Like I do want to say that, man. We talk our shit, and we like, even with the Midnight Madness shit, everybody got media people a part of their teams, and we got different shit like that going on, man. But we definitely do want to say, man, like it's not, for one, it's not easy picking nobody, for one, you know what I'm saying. But for two, to just go up there and put y'all picks on the line in front of everybody, to let people break down whether they feel like it was biased, unbiased, and shit like that. Like, that shit takes something, you know what I mean? That shit take courage to go up there, because a lot of motherfuckers rather put they picks out and hide their hand, you know what I'm saying? To go up there in front of everybody, say who y'all got, man, that you feel me? That lets you know that a motherfucker gonna stand on what they say, you feel me? So that's respect in itself.
Facts. No doubt. Sway, what up?
Yeah, I was gonna say on top of that, I felt like if any of those battlers would have went up there and tried to say what they had, like how you guys had to argue, I feel like they would have known firsthand how hard that is. That's a hard thing to do in front of everybody, and then the other people on the panel are cutting y'all off to make points and like chopping your argument down. So I feel like it's easier said than done. And for GEECHI, I feel like every time GEECHI get the belt, he carries it like a champion. Where I feel like we seen firsthand last year, the person who won Champion of the Year, I don't think he carried it like how a champ is supposed to. So I feel like on top of his consistency, he defends the belt the way I feel like somebody who won it should have.
That's a good point.
Say that shit. That's all I'm saying. They could be defending that motherfucker. You hear me?
I mean, But who do y'all think, based off the list that came out, has the highest ceiling for next year?
That's a great fucking
Easy to block captain, clearly.
Yeah, I was finna say, if a motherfucker being honest and no objectively, Easy got the, like, going into next year, he got all the possible matchups to win it. Like, he go in on paper without even having matches signed up with the strength of schedule. He got a battle with me, people want to see. A battle with Surf, people want to see. A battle with Goods, people want to see. A battle with Verb, people, you know what I mean? Like, all these, and he already got those matches, like, kind of like that he can take. It's up to him to take the battles, really.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna throw Bill Collector in there too, man. I think if Bill Collector is on pace, he got a lot of momentum right now. He win this 100K tournament. He get a few big names in there. You know what I mean? He can make it interesting. Yeah. Surf
Bill, and I want to say Danny too. I feel like Danny.
Hell yeah, I was about to say Danny right now. Danny's lit. Danny definitely. It's Easy and Danny right now. But for sure.
Yeah. I want to say Chess too.
And Chess for sure. And Surf got a lot of matchups too, man. Of this last year, he got 3 battles. He ranked number 3. So if he come in this year, he get 5 battles and he get the same performance, man. You never know.
Real shit.
Oh shit.
Damn. Okay.
This year should be crazy, competitive like a motherfucker. If all the battles that's been like talked about end up happening, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, Surf get a Mook, Surf get a Daylight, you know what I mean? Battles like that have been talked about, Surf and Easy battle, shit like that go down, Surf and Danny, like it's gonna be crazy, because now you get to see a lot of people that's in the running battle each other.
Word. Well, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. Yo, Mario, what up?
Hey, what's up, Tony? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Loud and clear. What up?
First and foremost, congratulations to GEECHI. A phenomenal year. Congratulations to the panel. I'm one that was real critical of the panel. Y'all can see through my tweets, obviously.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking. Yeah. All right. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, I'm not shying away from it. I hold myself accountable.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? I had a different, obviously, top 5. Not many people going to agree with it, obviously. I had it between GEECHI and A-Ward, just because off of consistency, because of the battles, and I think A-Ward only had like one clear loss to XL that he himself actually held himself accountable for. So I wasn't even mad, GEECHI won. But I had it between A-Ward and GEECHI. Besides that, like it was a phenomenal year, like Polo said. Like it was a great year in battle rap, and then 2022 just looks like it's going to be even better with Midnight Madness and a lot of other big potential battles that are that could potentially happen. And I wouldn't even be mad to see A-Ward versus GEECHI Part 3, honestly.
I'll whoop his ass one more time just to make it. Sick of this dude, man. You know what I'm saying?
GEECHI, go ahead, Mario.
My bad. Y'all put on a good battle though, man. That was for me.
That's real. That's a fact.
Whether it was in his backyard, your backyard, don't matter where it would have been at, man. You guys, the fact that from before the first battle to the second one, how y'all both had elevated since then, made the second battle even better.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? But now you deserve champion of the year, man, and congratulations again.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that, Mario.
GEECHI, let me ask you. Do you think A-Ward this year he has to go on URL, or do you think he still can do the same thing again for the next list?
I don't think he has to, but I'll say this. Just coming from a fan perspective, take me being a battle rapper out of it. From a fan perspective, I feel like for all the fans that push for him, for all his fan base that push for him all the time and say they feel like he this and that, I think he should prove it to him by just taking up. You don't gotta go do 20 battles on URL, but come on URL and take a couple of battles. Some matchups over there waiting for you. I feel like you put 2 or 3 of those in your resume this year just to show, you know what I mean? And I think that should go in his favor if he do that. You know what I'm saying? It'll basically show like if all the hype is real that they saying or not, which of course we know he that talented, but just do it. You know what I mean? Like what's the hold up if you feel like that's the one thing that's slowing you down is I didn't battle on URL, fuck it, just do it then. You know what I mean? Like take that battle so then it won't be no excuse.
You know what people get messed up too? Like A-Ward had a immaculate. Yeah, I'm not gonna take nothing from him because he's nice, but this is what people don't understand when it comes to champion of the year, right? Strength of schedule is very important in that, and A-Ward got at least 5 to 7 names this year where it wouldn't matter if he won them battles. You feel me? And my thing is this: he had an immaculate year as far as wins and losses, but strength and schedule is what hurt him for champion of the year. You feel me? It was a lot of battles that he didn't. He should have just came to York, even if they gave him none. Because I feel like at least have one URL battle and really get in your bag to solidify yourself. You feel me? Like he solidified, but I'm talking about to that next level. Like come over there.
Yeah, that's a great point.
You feel me? He definitely wins and losses. He had an immaculate year, but strength of schedule is what hurt him, and that's the end of the A-War. Like people feeling like I don't feel like he was over Easy, GEECHI, Chess. It's a couple niggas I don't feel like he had better yet off of strength of schedule. You feel me?
And when you judging battles, like when you on a panel, you gotta kind of view things like that. Like you gotta kind of come out of fan mode and kind of look at the schedules and factor all of that into. Because strength of schedule is a big factor into why some of the names got ahead of A-Ward.
Yo, let me say something real quick, right? Like just as a rapper, like from a rapper's perspective, to be able to do what A-Ward did this year, like y'all cannot keep diminishing that. Like the man literally put together and went against 23 people, man. Do you know how hard it is to write more than 23 raps, memorize them, not choke, and rebuttal, that is not easy, B. Like, and I know GEECHI has done it in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's done it in the past, right? Where he's had tough battles on URL, and then he would go and take smaller battles on smaller leagues. But to do 23 battles, and then for Polo to say he lost one time to XL, one time, one clear loss against 22 other people is exceptional. It's exceptional. He was battling literally. There was a time where he was battling like once a week. Like that's not easy. Like, even if it, like, he bodied Lou Castro, B. He bodied him. He bodied Castro so bad. Like, I was there. He smoked him. He beat Ill Will, right? When Ill Will was like number 2 for champion of the year, or like number 3 or something like that last year. He beat him. And then on the big stage, he beat him on the big stage, right? The first big stage of the year, I believe, right?
Yep.
He beat Rosenberg. He washed Suge. Like, the thing about this thing, right, with the URL situation, and as a fan of the culture, right, you like I think they were speaking about this previously about you can't just, like, there were some people that like that was in the season, right, for King of the Dot, like Bill Collector, right, who had a great year. He didn't have a lot of battles on URL, but he had a lot of matches, and they were noteworthy opponents. And as a rapper and as an MC, right, you can lose to anybody at any given point. Doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, you can take, like, for instance, right, and I don't want to go on a tangent too much because it is what it is, right? Let's take JC for an example. JC is incredible, and he's taken smaller. He's had good and bad strength of schedule years, where there's been years where he was exceptional, but then he would take so many battles and then lose. Sometimes he would lose to like lesser named people, and it wouldn't affect him, right? But then he would beat bigger names, and then sometimes he'll have a slip up in. But it's still, at the end of the day, it's still JC. And even when he wasn't on URL, he still was a top tier name, right? That had a very tough schedule. JC would do 15 to 20 battles a year, and it wouldn't be held against him until he got on URL, right? When he got on URL, and then the Lux talks happened, then it kind of diminished. So I think, in closing, right? I didn't even know it happened today, right? Obviously, congratulations to GEECHI. I think he's a phenomenal MC. I've always told him this. But I don't know if A-Ward's being at number 5 should be like looked at as like he belongs there, or he should have been lower. I do think that we need to, for the people that are MCs, to look at how difficult it is to write like close to about, if he did those 3-round battles, 50 rounds, and to memorize that in a year is absolutely no joke. So, shout out to Champion.
Nah, that's 100. Man, it's funny.
49 rounds documented.
Yeah, so it's funny that you run with JC, because that's what I was gonna say. Like, when JC was doing that, they was kind of killing JC. That was the go-to. Oh, he'll battle anybody. He'll battle in the garage. He'll do this. Niggas ain't care that he was 31-2 for a year. Like, niggas was throwing that out the window just because of the names he was battling. But right now, like, Abel had a great year. I'm not gonna take nothing away from him, but I'm basing straight off of watching the Champion of the Year panel every year and seeing that strength of schedule is really big. Like, Dre Dennis have 50 battles a year, and he wows out. And like, he don't have bad battles like that where we could be like Dre
Yeah,
Dennis.
because if you gonna give it to A Ward, then you damn near gotta give it to Dre Dennis
You
too.
feel me? These is niggas, Dre Dennis, A-Ward, JC. Like, these is niggas who do this. Danny was one of them too, battling anybody, taking 1,000,000 battles a year, and it got held against niggas.
And then
But
imagine the niggas who doing them type of battles that you're not hearing about, like Cali Smooths and all these niggas that's having 20, 30 battles a year. They just doing it on all small leagues. They not getting on RBE or URL because they haven't got booked. But them dudes is having 20, 30 battles. Niggas is Stewie Newtons and shit that's out here just killing shit
facts.
in the small leagues and shit that motherfuckers, you know what I mean? So for me, I think a lot of times, like I say, number five, you could argue them 2, 3, 4. You could argue him 1. You could argue him anywhere. But then when you break it all the way down, let's say I don't do the rematch with him this year, right? The only battle on his resume this year of somebody that was even in the top of this year is fucking goddamn motherfucking Ill Will, as far as like that looked at on that level of competition. You know what I'm saying? On a big stage. Other than that, you battled everybody else that was good names, but they battled on smaller leagues. And as a battler, it's not fair, but we got to be totally honest. Unless it's your league, like if you battle Arsenal and UW, it's probably different. You battle motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, Dre Dennis on the Gates, it's probably different. But if you battle motherfucking Shotgun Suge on motherfucking LA Battlegrounds, it's not gonna be the same Shotgun Suge you see on Volume. It's just that's just how these battlers is, because they gonna battle. They're gonna wrap up to the level of competition, but also wrap up to the pay. So if URL gonna give them 10,000 for a battle that the small league can only give them 1,500 for, you finna get $1,500 worth of effort. You dig what I'm saying? So a lot of times, A Ward is getting the level of pay that he's already used to. So he probably not saying he dependent on battle when he got a job, but he might battle an Arsenal who's taking a pay cut just to go take a battle, do a favor for a small league, and he don't get the full Arsenal that you would get if you get Arsenal in a URL setting. It's just facts, bro.
Yeah, no, I GEECHI, and
So I think
GEECHI
that's
and
also what I'm
Mills.
saying. That's why I think it hurts his strength of schedule, because it goes back to, like, it's not his fault at all. A Ward gonna give you 110%, but as the viewer, it's not too many people that's gonna say they went back and watched him and Suge again, because you could tell Suge only rapped 30 seconds in his third round, and his second round he just bullshitting around. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not A Ward's fault because it shouldn't happen. But if that battle happens on URL or happens on RBE and Suge do that, then it's like, yeah, it don't matter. This the big stage. You know better. You shouldn't have played up here. You know what I'm saying? But if it go in a small room, motherfuckers gonna be like, well, you know, man, he just did it for the check and he did it for that. We're like, we gotta either get to a point where everything counts all around the culture, where people don't make those excuses, because y'all done already start saying certain shit like, oh, if it ain't on this platform, it don't count, or oh, he didn't have to bring all these rounds. But y'all make excuses for certain battlers. You got to do that shit for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
No, I absolutely agree. I agree with you, Geechee. I agree with Mills. I definitely feel what Mills said about JC in the previous years, and I definitely agree with what Geechee and Mills said about Dre Dennis. And obviously, the panel has happened, and I don't want to put a shine a light or an emphasis on the losses that Dre Dennis took. I think him doing maybe 60 battles or something like that is phenomenal as well. And to see him finally get that shine, I don't know, did he make the top 20 this year? I hope he did.
It was a
I think he was 20, but ended up getting pushed out at the end. I think he was 20 now.
I mean, I would have loved to see him just to be acknowledged in that this year. But obviously, the panel is the panel. But yeah, I mean, listen.
Would you be on the panel if asked?
Of course. I mean, BLAC is
Hold
a
on, Mickey. I sent
you know what? You're right. I couldn't make it the
2017,
first year.
sir.
Yeah, I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it to 2017. I think I had a show that day. I couldn't make it. But I was only asked to be on that first one, and I could not make it to Philly at that time to do it. But I haven't been asked again.
Black on you, man.
Hey, no, you're right. You're right, Black.
Because we definitely going to talk. We're going to see what's up.
Yeah, I would love to. I mean, but even just aside from